Tennessee made the college football playoff last year behind Nico Iamaleava in his first year as the guy in Knoxville. But even with that being said, there's still a little bit of a feeling of, man, we'd like to see a little bit more out of number 8. And with that feeling of wanting more from the college football public, it lends itself to some slander. So is that slander fair? Is it unfair? And the percentage of it that is fair, how much of that is fair? We'll unpack that all right now together. Before we do that, Tennessee fans, make sure you're locked and loaded. Make sure you are subscribed, please and thank you. This show brought to you by our friends over at Heupel. Now, Cato, producer for this show, cooked up a little barcode action for you to make it nice and easy up here in the top right corner where the kids can't get it. Okay, check that out. Big baller alert. Black Edition, ready to drink from Heupel. Got everything you need, all in a bottle. I know a lot's going on. I know you got a lot of things on your plate. I know the madness is driving you crazy right now. That is, of course, college hoops. I know spring football is on the docket and you're dialed in. You don't always have time to get a full 3-course meal in, okay? So Heupel has got you covered. 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, low in sugar, so a little bit healthy for you. All you need in a handy bottle. So use code HARDCOUNT15 for 15% off, plus a free new gift for customers. Again, HARDCOUNT15 at Heupel.com, Huel.com. Go ahead and check out the description to this video for terms and conditions. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Heupel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Now, what really matters for folks in Knoxville is, hey, JD, last year was fun. It was awesome. Can we do it again? Can we run it back? And speaking of running it back to the college football playoff, it's all going to depend, I think, in large part on what you get from number 8 at quarterback. Now, last year, as well as the season went, you saw the final record, you win 10 games, and you see what your quarterback did, and there's this feeling of, well, wasn't he supposed to be like the next Peyton Manning in Knoxville? Wasn't he supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread to take a snap in Knoxville? And you're not all the way incorrect, but then you look at the stats, you say, okay, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks, wasn't all that elite when it came to throwing the deep ball downfield, wasn't all that consistent. And so that's led itself, I think, to some slander. Now, hear me clearly. The slander around Nico Iamaleava, some of it is warranted. I've said it many times on this show. We've talked about it a lot. You would like to see a lot more from him than what you got last season. Now, with that being said, the slander in and of itself doesn't have all the context. Like, that's the unfortunate part about playing college football, playing quarterback in today's modern era where social media is pretty much running the show when it comes to the narrative. Like, a lot of people leave out the fact that we're trying to measure Nico Iamaleava against what we thought he was going to be as a quarterback. We leave out the reality that we're measuring him against what 2022 was for Tennessee, which is in large part, I think, a somewhat unreachable bar. We also, I say we in the social media side of things, leave out the context that Tennessee offensively was able to call their offense in a very different fashion than they've had to previously. Why? Because you got a top 5 defense on the other side of the ball for Nico Iamaleava. So if I know that, hey, it's only going to take 25 points to win this game, I might take my foot off the gas a little bit. I may not be trying to score in the third quarter as much as I would previously. Why? Because I know I can punt it away, and we still are in a good spot to win the game. That wasn't the reality for Hendon Hooker. I mean, if you gave Hendon Hooker that 2024 defense last year for Tennessee, that might be a national championship kind of operation. Might, key word. But you catch my drift here. The Nico slander is fair, but it's not all the way including all the context. So while I understand the desire to see more from the guy, I also think it's important we include a lot of the facts that go along with what he didn't do last season. They didn't ask him to go be Hendon Hooker. They asked him to be Nico Iamaleava for last year's outfit, and it was good enough to make the college football playoff. That's the thing that's, I think, a little bit frustrating about the narrative. They still made the playoff. Like, if I told you Nico was going to give you 19 touchdowns and 5 picks, and you were going to win 10 ball games and make the playoff, would you take it? Of course you would take it. Any college football fan base would take it in their right mind. Like, I think last year was so crucial for Tennessee to make the playoff the way they did because it shows the growth across the entire roster. It shows the evolution of that program since Josh Heupel's gotten there. To win with defense and to win in the trenches, like, yo, remember what Tennessee was before Josh Heupel got there. They were not this tough, gritty, physical team. They're not this mentally tough team, this competitive, elite culture kind of team. Now they are. And that allows you now to take in a first-year starting quarterback and give him some room to evolve, to make some mistakes, and ultimately get better. So I say all that to set the preface for this. While the slander has some validity to it, and at the same time, it's not all the way, I think, telling the full story, 2025 is a tremendous opportunity, also a tremendous challenge for Nico. Because while 2024 was great to make the playoff, and that checks a big box for fans in Knoxville, it's going to be year 3 for Nico in the system. It's going to be year 3 playing college football, or I guess year 3 being a college football player. There is no more excuses, feels like a harsh word to use, but I think it probably fits here. There's no more, well, yeah, but it's his first year in the SEC. Well, yeah, but he's never played college football at this level before. All that's behind you. Like, we're at the point now for Nico where even if all the circumstances around him aren't creme de la creme, I need to see it happen. I need you to be the reason we make it happen. I need you to be the reason why the offense is able to score 35 a game. Yeah, the O-line wasn't great. Yeah, the receiver core wasn't perfect. Yeah, maybe you lost some in the run game behind you with Dylan Sampson gone. All that doesn't matter to me. Why? Because when you got to Tennessee, the assumption for all of us was you were going to be the reason why Tennessee was a consistent college football playoff contender. So this year, with all the things that you expect to maybe be uncertain, again, not probably the perfect word, but a question we have now as we talk about Tennessee football with what's the receiving core look like? Can the defense be as good as it was last year? All those unknowns. I need number 8 to be the eraser, be the equalizer, and be, quite frankly, what we were all hoping he would be when he got to Knoxville. So are those high expectations? Of course. But that's modern college football. That's life when you're the top recruit in America coming out of high school, and that's life when you play quarterback in the SEC at a school like Tennessee, which is as visible as it gets in college football. So, again, we believe in Nico. I believe in his future. I believe in his skill set. Need to see it all come together. Would love to see the light bulb 100% on when it comes to decision-making. Would love to see them dial in a little bit more when it comes to making plays downfield. Need to see it. Need to see it. It's year 3. Now's the time. Make sure you're locked in here. Make sure you are subscribed, Tennessee fans. Appreciate y'all. For Cato on the 1s and 2s, we will keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.